I have a confession. I used to hate running Google Ads on Black Friday. Why? Because the competition was so intense that ad costs went through the roof and margins got thinner every year. At some point, I realized if we wanted to win big, we had to stop playing the same game as everyone else. We needed smarter, different tactics. And today, I will show you 3 of those tactics. The goal? To help you drive more revenue and profit this Black Friday by approaching it differently than before. So let's dive right in. Hack number 1 is to run a VIP sale before Black Friday. Why should you do that? Let me show you one result we achieved last year for a home electronics brand. As you can see in the chart, we drove almost 40% more net revenue during the VIP sale than during Black Week itself. And margins were higher too. How was that possible? The reason is pretty simple. CPCs and CPMs peak during Black Week because basically everyone is running promotions. But a month earlier, competition is much lower. In this case, CPCs were only half the price compared to Black Week. So how should you set up a VIP sale? Run it 4 to 6 weeks before Black Week for a short period of 2 to 3 days. Communicate very clearly in all ads and on your website that you have a best price guarantee. That way, customers know that they don't have to wait for Black Friday to come. Your best deals are already live. To get the most out of this, run lead generation campaigns and collect email addresses from your target group. Then build hype with a short email sequence for both new subscribers and existing customers. So that's hack number 1. But what if you want to go even bigger on Black Friday itself? That brings me to hack number 2. Go big or go home with seasonal bid adjustments. There are basically 2 ways to run a Black Friday campaign. The first is like driving a Tesla on autopilot. You rely on search and shopping campaigns with target ROAS and let smart bidding do the work. That's fine for normal days, but on Black Friday, you want to spend a lot more than usual. And here's the problem. Smart bidding is based on the last 30 days, so your campaigns often don't even use the entire daily budget. Even lowering your target ROAS does not do the work sufficiently. That's why you need the second option, racing mode. This is where seasonal bid adjustments, or shortly SBAs, come in. With them, you take over the steering wheel and push the gas hard. You have to be careful not to lose control, but if you handle it well, you will definitely win the race against your competitors. So let me show you how they work. SBAs let you tell smart bidding that conversion rates will be higher during a specific time period, like Black Friday. When you do that, campaigns spend faster and more aggressively. You can find the SBAs under Tools and Settings, then you go to Budgets and Bidding, and after you click Adjustments, you will have the seasonality settings at your fingertips. Now, you could just set up one small SBA with a small increase, but my advice is to use multiple SBAs and go aggressive. For each campaign, we set up a separate SBA, and that way we have full control to increase or decrease it throughout the day. Quick disclaimer. If you scale hard, Google Ads KPIs alone are not enough. They are often delayed or misleading, especially on big sales days. That's why we always use a third-party tracking tool to monitor real-time marketing efficiency rate and contribution margin free. Last year, this approach gave us the confidence to push conversion rates increases of more than 700% during the day. For one key client, we profitably spent over 100K in just a single day. Here's an example with a chart that I brought for you. It shows the ad spend pattern of a PMax campaign. And without SBAs, spending was slow. Even when we lowered the target ROAS, it didn't help. But when we switched on racing mode, starting with the first SBA at 9 AM, traffic and revenue instantly jumped by 300%. We then increased or decreased SBA every hour based on real-time performance. That's why the line goes up and down. And if you do it this way, you will unlock the full potential of PMax and shopping campaigns. Now let's move on to hack number 3. Spin the flywheel faster. So what does that mean? Normally, you don't want to make too many changes in one ad account during the day. But on big days like Black Friday, you absolutely should make multiple intraday adjustments. But if you move fast, you also need to stay close to your client. For key accounts, we have done hourly checking calls during the day to make sure everyone was aligned and confident about scaling budgets aggressively. The second part of this hack is competitor analysis. Use auction insights to see how competitors are spending throughout the day, and sometimes you will spot short-term opportunities, like when a competitor pulls back, that you can use to scale even harder. And finally, the most important point. Always check control metrics beyond Google Ads. Don't rely on Google Ads data, like on Black Friday, when brands spend heavily across multiple channels, Google's numbers often lag behind reality. That's why you need to track real-time marketing efficiency rate and contribution margin free to know exactly what's happening in your business. All right, let's wrap this up. What are the 3 things you should do differently to make more revenue and profit on Black Friday? First, run a VIP sale and benefit from lower CPCs before the madness starts. Then, go big or go home. Use multiple SBAs to outspend competitors in racing mode. And last but not least, spin the flywheel faster. Make intraday adjustments, do hourly check-ins, monitor competition, and stay close to your control metrics. Now you have 3 really good tactics that will help you make more money on Black Friday this year. But of course, there's more to it. To make really sure you have everything in place, I want to give you our internal Black Friday cheat sheet. It's a step-by-step checklist we use to scale more than 100 e-commerce brands. Just scan the QR code, enter your email, and my team will send it to you. I think a link will also share it within the chat, so look out for that. And if you like today's content, I would love to stay in touch with you. Add me on LinkedIn and just scan the QR code as well. Also, feel free to reach out if you have any questions regarding the presentation. Now, to end, I want to leave you with one question. What will you do differently this Black Friday compared to the ones before? Because if you change nothing, nothing changes. Thank you.
Nice. I like your one-liners. Also, go big or go home. There's some excitement around it. I scanned your QR code. This is great. So thank you, Jakob. With Black Friday and the holiday season right around the corner, I'm sure those tips were gold. So now it's time to unlock level number 3.
Hi everyone, I'm Maggie from Vixen Digital. So one of the biggest mistakes that we see people make ahead of Black Friday is launching their Performance Max campaigns on the day. Machine learning needs time, and what we see happen time and time again is brand new campaigns, even with the best products and offers, tend to underperform. So one of the things you can do is to warm up your PMax campaigns ahead of Black Friday and ahead of the surge. Here are my top tips on how to make that happen. So number 1 is launch your test campaigns early. Even if they have minimum budget, make sure that the algorithm has time to learn about your products. Number 2 is feed in any seasonal audiences. So that could be previous purchases, VIP customers, in-market audiences, any first-party data that you've got, add it to your campaigns in advance. Number 3 is test your creatives early. So test different designs, colors, fonts, CTAs, see what's working best, and use the best performing format of the ad for your Black Friday campaigns. Number 4 is, instead of putting all of your products into one campaign and one asset group, split them into mini campaigns, mini asset groups, and allow the system prioritize your best performance that will be in a separate asset group. And the last tip is, and I can't stress this one enough, is make sure that you check your tracking, budgets, any settings and bidding strategies that you've got ahead of the time. because the last thing that you want to happen on a Black Friday morning is for something to break at the worst time possible. So if you follow all of these tips, you should have a warm PMax campaigns, and in results, you should be spending less and selling more. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the Impact Cube.